My finger, trembling, lifted and pointed toward the corner booth. There, the man with the silver hair. Kaelin's gaze followed mine, her stormy eyes narrowing. The angel Lucian was holding court, his laughter like chimes, his face a mask of radiant perfection that made the women around him swoon. They didn't see the rot underneath, the faint shimmer of glamour that couldn't quite hide the cruelty in his smile. Kaelin looked from him back to me. "My price is not coin," she stated, her voice a low rumble that vibrated through the wood of the bar and straight into my bones. "When this is done, you owe me a debt. I will call it in when I choose. Do you agree to the terms?" Was I trading one monster for another? Perhaps, but Kaelin's darkness felt like a shield, while Lucian's light was a cage. I met her intense gaze, the black fire from the bolt reflected in her pupils. "I agree." That was all it took. She slung the crossbow over her shoulder in one smooth motion. "He'll run when he sees me move. We go now. Stay close and do exactly as I say." She moved from behind the bar and the crowd parted for her as if by instinct. I scrambled to keep up, her dark cloak swirling around her like a piece of the night sky. The moment we stepped out of the tavern, the relative warmth was snatched away, replaced by the biting wind of the city's cobbled alleys. The moon hung overhead, a sliver of bone in an inky sky. Lucian was already moving, a silver-haired wraith slipping through the labyrinth of the old town. Kaelin was a shadow at his heels, and I was a panting, terrified mess trying to keep her in my sights. "He knows this territory," she murmured, not even out of breath as we took a sharp turn, the rough brick scraping my shoulder. She grabbed my arm to steady me, and a jolt of pure heat shot through me at her touch, a startling contrast to the cold fear coiling in my gut. Her fingers were strong, a grounding presence in the chaos. "He's leading us to a killing ground." The thought should have terrified me more, but with Kaelin's hand on my arm, her presence a solid wall of power beside me, I felt a strange sense of security. Followed him into the ruins of an old cathedral, a place where the roof had long since collapsed, leaving the nave open to the judging eyes of the stars. Lucian stood in the center by the shattered remains of an altar and turned to face us. He was no longer smiling. "The little hunter," he purred, his voice losing its melodic charm and taking on a grating, ethereal echo. "And you brought a stray." The glamour around him dissolved like smoke, his form elongated, his skin paling to iridescent white. Vast feathery wings, not of white but of oily, shifting shadow, unfurled from his back, scraping against the broken stone. And we were not alone. From the darkened archways and shattered confessionals, other figures emerged. Their eyes glowed with the same cold, malevolent light. We were surrounded. Kaelin shoved me behind her, the crossbow appearing in her hands as if from thin air. The black-flamed bolt was already notched and aimed at Lucian's heart. "I told you to stay close," she growled, her body a tense, unyielding line in front of mine.
Want to keep the flame ignited without having to wait for the next part? You can find the full, tantalizing tale on our main page. See the link in the description.